Hey guys, welcome back to Kinfolk Farms. Today we're going to get in the bees a little bit and see what these guys are doing. They really are getting thick. I don't know if they're getting honey bound, which honey bound is when you hive, you know, like I say, we put out 75 gallons of honey, sugar water so far. And they put all that sugar water in these hives, and they can actually produce more honey than the queen can produce brood, or the little baby bees. If they don't have enough space for her to put more brood in the hive, she'll swarm out and leave. And you'll be stuck with all that sugar water in the hive, and it'll weaken your hive for the winter. So we want to make sure that these things are not too full. She's got plenty of room to lay. And we're going to get in here and take a look at them and see how they're doing. Let's go over here and we'll smoke this hive first real quick. We'll give him a chance to settle down. We got the smoker already ready. We'll go give him a little smoke, see if we can't get these guys dialed in. Right now these guys are all over this wall, so I like to puff a little under. We have screen bottom boards. So, can you hold this for me? Yeah, we have screen bottom boards, so I puff a little underneath. But and I like to get in the top, shoot a little in the top. We'll let that settle down for a minute. And then we'll get suited up and get in the hives and see what they're looking like. Surely we got a good queen. I went to the other hives early and they settled way down compared to last night. Last night looked ridiculous. There were so many bees up there, but they settled way down. I think it was just mostly in the evening. All the bees were coming back. I get a little paranoid sometimes, but we're gonna get in here and find out. All right, guys, we're gonna crack the lid on this thing. If I can get my glove back on, we'll crack the lid on this thing. They should be doing great. The hive just looks so strong from the outside. You always want to look and make sure there's no queen on here. No queen. Everything's looking good. Got a few bubbles I squished earlier. Got a lot of propolis. Propolis is what they seal these things up with. They seal them up with a sappy propolis type stuff. Come in here real close and see these hive beetles. Little black beetles. I don't know if you can see them, but there's one. These little beetles, they'll get in your hive. That's what these beetle traps are for. These beetle traps really work well at controlling these hive beetles, but we could use a little more work on it. Anyway, all right. Let's get in here. Look at, you can see all the comb. It's already built back out. I don't know if you can see that, but if you just look inside there, you can see the comb is already swelled out. That's how I sort of get a quick overview that they have been putting up some sugar water, which is good. That's what I want them to do. Put that up for the winter. We're going to take these beetle busters out first. And they are catching the mess out of the beetles. They are just catching the mess out of them. This is good. I wish I'd have brought more out here to put back down. I can almost not even have to get in this frame to see us, in this box to see it's doing great. These are real gentle bees. They're not any of them coming out. Nothing's happening. They're just really, really good bees so far. Nothing. That's number 10 frame, so nothing's really happening there. But I want to see if they're putting up any sugar water, because it's getting close. We're in the first, what's today, the 8th, the 7th. Today's the 7th of September. Oh my goodness. That thing weighs probably 8-9 pounds. But like I say, it's not really honey. It's all just sugar water that we've been putting out. We put out 75 gallons. I got 15 more to put out tomorrow. But then again, I'm scared to put any more out. This is probably enough to get them through the winter, this one box. And I still got 2 deeps to go. Look at that. That is solid as a rock. Solid as a rock. That's great, isn't it? And it's all the way across. I can see it. That's all the way across. So if you got one small super, which we run mediums. If you got one small, you can pretty much get through the winter with a good strong hive. But we run mediums on all ours, so I mean it's just thick. That's good. That's good 8 pounds of sugar water or honey, whatever you want to call it. But they're looking great. They're just looking great. This hive is doing terrific. Look at that. Every one of them solid. And notice, you want to feel how heavy that is? Hold up under that lip, or both sides. Just hold it. Just hold it. You ready?
Wow.
Look at that. Isn't that great?
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah. And this is Destiny's first time messing with the bees. Mm-hmm. We're going to get her in the other hives here in a minute. This is Destiny's first time getting the bees with us. So as I'm explaining this, she's learning at the same time. But we have to we've stolen all the honey, so we have to make sure they got food to get through the winter. If not, you'll starve your bees in the winter. I mean, you know, you got 3 good months in Georgia where it gets way cold, where they're colder than what they want to come out. And they have to be stocked up. And this is all their food stores. They store it for the winter, and that's what they eat. I'm not even going to take these others out. Every frame is thick. So I'm just going to leave the rest of them alone. I want to get down and make sure we got a queen that's laying. As long as we got a good queen laying for the winter, we got honey stores, we're good. And the next video I do, probably next week or so, will be about the varroa mite. We need to start getting ready to treat our hives for varroa. And we treat our hives a little different than what most people do. I don't like all the chemicals. A lot of people use a chemical treatment on their varroa to treat varroa. We did it one time years ago and I despised it. I hated it. It was horrible, corrosive, it's just horrible stuff. And I swore I'd never use it again, so we just use a sugar shake now. And like I say, next video I'll tell y'all guys about that. Probably next week we'll treat for some varroa. And we do it a little different than everybody, a little more natural. I say natural, a little less caustic, I would say. Not all that chemical. I'm going to pop this hive off and see if there's any brood in here. All right, well the one medium is completely full, and it's looking like this deep may be, so I'm worried. That kind of worries me. Like I say, I've never had this much sugar water out at one time before, but it kind of worries me they may be honey bound, and we do not want that. Yeah, we don't want it to be slam full of honey. We hadn't been in here in a while. It's all seized up in here. Come on. Now this is where you got to start watching, because you don't want to mess your queen up. I sort of do a little overview and see if I spot her. And I see honey in there, so sugar water. All right. I'm going to set that right there. Leave that alone. You see, that's a lot of honey.
Dang.
It's all honey.
Yeah.
And filling that up. I don't know if the reflection, you can get the reflection, but filling that up, it's all capped honey. Okay. No queenie. No queenie. See that all bad comb? That's why I was saying we need to replace some of this comb next spring. We really need to get on that. Replace a lot of this comb next year. It's time to get some new frames in here. We got them. We just got to build them. All right, here we go. Where my smoker go?
Yeah, you should probably smoke these.
Give them a little smoke. All right. Ooh, all right. This is what we want to see. This is great. This is a great frame. This is all honey here. This is all honey on the outside. This is brood. So the queen's been in here laying eggs. This is capped larva. You can see larva there, inside there. Inside there, there's some larva in there. But this is all capped brood. They're capping brood now. The other side, same thing, capped brood. But see how it's filling up with honey? And this is like the second to the last. Let's see, 1, 2, this is number 3. So it's filling up with honey. So we got to really keep an eye on it. But that's a good frame. If these start turning out a lot of brood, I won't sweat it as much. But she'll keep laying. Hopefully, we may put another medium home. Looking good, looking good, looking good.
Definitely.
That's great. And get a quick look for a queen too. Of course, every one of them look like a queen. Oh, there goes my sinuses. But yeah, she's laying. She's doing it great. Got a little honey on the outside. Let me take a look on this side, make sure. I'll tell you, we've learned a lot doing honeybees. One thing we learned is don't swing your bees over your hives. Hang your frames over your hive. We've dropped a queen. We've lost queens. We've squished a queen one time. That was a heartbreaker. But in case you don't see her, you don't throw her off the hive. We just sort of make sure we always sort of hang over the hive. Don't spin your frames around too fast. All right. All right. Okay, you're getting a little honey on that side. I can see the glare. I don't know if y'all can. Nothing happening here. We definitely have a queen in here. We definitely have a queen in here laying, so. All right. There's some brood on that side. And this is just a top deep, so I'm hoping the bottom one looks even better. I'm hoping the bottom one looks even better with brood. If it does, this hive will have no problem making it through the winter. She will have no problem. I want to get ahead and do one more. We're going to go down to the next box. This is about half brood, half honey. The top one is full honey. So they're doing just exactly what we want them to. If this bottom one is a lot of good open space, we'll be happy. Happy. Oh, that's heavy. All right, hopefully this one's going to be a lot of brood. That's what we're hoping for. Lots of brood.
You should smoke them first.
Huh? The bees are getting a little more active. Let's see if we can get these. We ain't been in this bottom box in a while. I shouldn't bring Travis's too. I like his a lot better. His pops these frames open a lot better. Let's see if I can gouge it out. Come on out. That propolis has really got them stuck down. All right.
Three.
All right. Plenty of space on that one, huh?
And that's the last one.
Yeah, that's number either 10 or 1. There we go. All right. Lots of space here. Got a little pollen in there.
Mm-hmm.
Little pollen. Looking good. It's not full of honey. That's what they want. Most of the time they push their honey to the top. Honeybees will normally push their honey towards the top of the hive and have the brood mostly down. All right, that's what we want to see right there. No honey in the bottom. Plenty of room to lay eggs for the queen where she's a happy camper. That's a lot of brood on that side. A lot of brood on that side. Look at the pollen on that one. Legs full of pollen, you see it? Running around. We seen one a minute ago with yellow legs. This is yellow. The goldenrod is starting to bloom now out here in Georgia. The goldenrod is the last thing to really bloom that the bees just jump on. And we've noticed that that they're starting to slow down on the sugar water because of the fact the goldenrod's starting to bloom. So we're thinking that 15 gallons that we're going to put out this weekend, we may just hold off on. I may hold off, let the goldenrod die out before I start back. Tons of room. Tons of room. Got a little brood here. The bees are just looking great. No queen yet. It would help if I'd wore my glasses. All right. Looking fantastic. These videos can get a little long, but it's looking good. Lots of brood. Lots and lots of brood. On that side, tons on that side. We got lots of brood. We got lots of babies being kept. Lots of bees, lots of honey. This hive ought to be easy peasy through the winter. Easy to get through the winter. Because we really don't have that bad of winters in Georgia compared to all these northern states. And Canada, right? Mm-hmm. Looking good. Looking really good. All right, we may go ahead and just put this one up. Look at the brood. I mean, just not a single thing wrong with this hive that I can tell.
Little white things are larvae.
Right. Yep. Yep. And after they hatch, the bees will go in and clean the little cells back out. They'll go in and clean the cells back out and get ready for the queen to lay more eggs. So they'll go in and cleaning them out, and then they'll work their way up to eat honey and all that. It's really neat. All right, we're going to go ahead and close this hive out. We're going to close it. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and close this out. We just did one hive. I don't know if you can tell I got a little sweaty, but it is hot. Georgia is hot. Hot, and not just hot, but stinking humid. It is so humid. But we're going to close this video out. We just did the one hive, but we'll get into others. We may do them tonight. We may do them tomorrow. Tomorrow's opening day of bow season, so I'm teaching her to shoot the crossbow. So we're going to do some crossbow video, hopefully get a deer. We've been checking the camera out here, and I haven't been seeing the deer that we've been normally seeing, but never know. We'll get out here and give it a shot and get in the other hives maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, but we'll keep the videos coming. Guys, I sure appreciate y'all watching the video. If you would, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook. Leave a comment. All that stuff. Thanks again. We'll see you on the next video.